Hey, it's Alexa Uzas here. Are you a first-time filmmaker about to make an independent film? In this video, I'm going to give you my 5 tips for independent filmmaking. For the best filmmaking advice, subscribe to my channel and hit the bell to be notified when I post a video every Wednesday. In the past 5 years, I've independently financed and produced 4 feature films and numerous short films, from budgets ranging from $5,000 to $1.5 million. And now it's time for you to do the same. My number 1 tip is to set a timeline and a deadline to go into production now. And the reason that you want to do that is you need deadlines and you need accountability so that you can start taking action to get your project into production. And the way that I do this is I look out 12 months from today and I see which festival deadlines are coming up around those dates. And then what I do is I reverse engineer the entire production timeline from that festival deadline all the way back to today and work out what the major milestones of production are. The reason that you do this is twofold. Number 1, like I said, you need deadlines and you need accountability so that you can start taking action. And the second reason is so that you can give yourself a target, some sort of vision for your film and your project that says, hey, in 12 months from today, I'm going to be applying to this major film festival. And that's a way for you to get yourself and your team behind a vision and a target for your project. My second tip is to find your top 2 collaborators. Because they say that with a film, it really takes 3 dedicated people to make a film happen. Now that could be a writer, producer, director. It could be a producer, director, DP. It could really be any combination of 3 people, but you need a core team of at least 3 that are absolutely committed to getting this film into production no matter what. So what you want to do right now is think about who those 2 people are and approach them and get them on your team, get them on side, and make sure they are just as hungry as you are about getting your film into production. Number 3, make sure you write to budget, and even more importantly, to your finance. And what I mean by that is that you can't be writing a screenplay and developing this project without any idea what the budget is. And in order to know what the budget is, you need to know how much finance you have available. So if you want to learn more about how to approach this, check out my video called Independent Film Financing That Works. And this is a really important one because it's going to save you a lot of time in development if you're able to write the screenplay to the budget, and it means you're going to move through that financing stage much quicker and get your film into production. Okay, so at this point I want you to comment below and let me know if you're about to start producing your first film. I want to hear about what you're working on and when you're trying to get the film into production. Tip number 4, get a lawyer. The reason I say this is that there's a whole nother side to the filmmaking equation that you may not know about or may not really know the intricate details of. And that's really the legal side of the filmmaking equation. And by attaching a lawyer to your project early, you're going to be across what type of cast agreements you need, crew agreements you need, location agreements you need, investor agreements you need if you're raising finance, insurances, all these things that are absolutely vitally important to making sure that you produce your film in a way that isn't going to create a massive headache for you down the track. So I highly advise that you find a lawyer, find someone that can give you advice, not just on your project, but can even act as a mentor for you. You know, when I produced my first feature film, I really only had my lawyer as someone who I could bounce ideas off and get advice about production more generally, because I never went to film school. And having that advice along the way was absolutely vital to my success. Tip number 5, understand marketing and distribution. A lot of filmmakers create their first project, be it a feature film or a short film, without any idea about how they're going to market and distribute the project and ultimately reach an audience. And so it's really important that you understand these two things as early on in the process as possible. And if you want advice on why I believe DIY film distribution should be a last resort, check out one of my previous videos on that topic. So now you have my top 5 tips for independent filmmaking. But how do you actually get your film financed, produced, and into a major festival? Well, I'm holding one-on-one consultations for my Producing Accelerator program that shows filmmakers like you how to finance, produce, and get your film into a major festival in the shortest amount of time possible. So if you want to see if you're a good fit for the program, apply using the link below, schedule a time to have a chat with me, and let's work out how to get your film into production and into a major festival in the fastest amount of time possible. Check out these videos next on how to up your filmmaking game. And if you like this video, hit the like button, subscribe, and share it with your friends.